fellas. Seatbelt for computers. When we go out to drive a car, we go and get a lesson, don't we? When we go jump in a plane, we always get taught how to put a seatbelt on. But when we go buy a computer, we're never taught how to actually use the computer. You go along to the computer store, like a Harvey Norman or something like that. You go and look at all the models there. You probably actually look at the one that's most shiny and most cool, and you pick that one. And then you get home, and then you realise you're a 2-year-old again. You've got no idea how to actually use it. By the time you realise the webcam, the flash has gone off, you've got a picture of yourself and your hubby, and you end up on a website. You don't even know how you've actually done it. With a picture, with a video, you've done a YouTube somehow. And somehow you've ended up on a radio website and they've made a competition about you. Computers don't have a mind on their own. It's about how we actually use them. So today, I'm going to give you a few quick tips how to use computers and smartphones to ensure that you've got a bit of knowledge about how to use them. Okay, the internet. We all know it. We know the web page. When a web page has got more content on that page, instead of coming up to the scroll bar up there to the right, you can just hit the space bar. You can just hit the space bar and the page will actually scroll. You want to go back up, all you have to do is hit shift and space bar and you go back up to the top. Big time saver, I know, for our busy lives. Okay, alright. Google. 4.7 billion searches a day occur on Google. So, a couple of tips, 4 tips for you. When we're searching for a product or something, for this instance, we're looking for red taps. When we just type it in like that, it'll bring up anything red or anything related to taps. But I want to concentrate on red taps only. So you put the quotation marks in. And then we do another search. And it'll actually find everything related to more a unique search relating to funky red taps. Tip number 2, if you're searching for when your flight's leaving, just type in your flight number at the top there, and Google will bring back when your flight's about to leave and when it's going to land at the destination. Tip number 3, if you don't have a calculator, Google's your calculator. Just type in what you need to get the results on. And by hitting that and you're pressing return, you'll then get the result to your query. Tip number 4. If you need to know a definition of something, just type it in, define smart, and it gives you the result straight away, without actually going to a website and clicking further. So 4 quick tips to how to use Google. eBay. Who's used it? Who's tried to sell it? Sell something on it.
Who wants to use it?
Who's tried to sell their mother-in-law on it? Alright. So we know what this looks like. This is a normal page where a product's trying to be sold. And up here we've got the major fields, which is the title field, and the description field, which will give you a lot more information about the product. But when you're searching for a product and you want to buy it, eBay only references this field, the title field. So you want to put all your keywords into that title field. For example, the Lenovo, putting what the model is, the notebook, what may not be known as a notebook, notebook laptop, some details about it. More information the better. You'll get people to your product, and hopefully you'll get a better bid. And spell it correctly. Because if you don't spell it correctly, people can't find it. And there's many examples out there on the internet, such as the Amiga Watch one, was worth $15,000. They spelled Amiga wrong, and someone got it for $980. So spell it correctly. Email. We all know what the to field's about. Your primary recipient, your CC field, secondary recipient. But I want to talk about the BCC, the blind carbon copy, and relate it to funny emails, funny jokes, chain letters that you actually get. When you get those emails, like the chain letters, you get all these email addresses with them, don't you? And you wonder, why does this occur? Because people just, search their address book and attach all the email addresses and then on send it. And then the next person does the same thing, and you end up with that chain letter with all those email addresses. You never send out a Christmas list, a Christmas card with your Christmas list on who you send it to everyone, would you? So why do we do it in email? So, my suggestion for personal email type of stuff like this, use the BCC field. And the reason why, when you do send it, instead of seeing all this, you get to see this. The joke may not be too funny, but what this does a couple of things. It keeps private your email addresses, and email and viruses always go searching for email addresses in your mailbox. So if you're not presenting that, then you may not get viruses infecting their computer and then sending you unsolicited emails, spam. Okay, talking about spam. Spam is not about meat that you feed a computer, and phishing is not about phishing a computer, phishing a fish out of your computer. Let me explain. Spam, unsolicited email. It's like your junk mail that you get in your mailbox at home. So a lot of that spam talks about Viagra, or you've won $1 million, or in this example, that they've got $12 million, they don't know what to do with it, and they need your help, and they're going to give you some. It's too good to be true, it's probably isn't. So stay away from this stuff, and don't forward it, don't read it, because they can tell if you've read it or forwarded it, so they'll send you further spam emails, so just delete it. Phishing. Phishing is about fraud, it's about you, about them, about people at the other end of the internet trying to get your account information, such as your username, your password, your bank account, your credit card details. Well, you'll see them in emails like this. Looks like it's from the NAB. It must be from the NAB. But banks will never request account information via email. They never do it. Again, delete it, move on. Or instead of these guys robbing banks, they're just robbing you from the seat of their lounge chair in their home. Smartphone. Big time saver coming up here. Could be many hours by the time you reach your past life, or get to your past life. Okay, so here's the sentence. What do we usually do when we get to the end of the sentence? We put a full stop on it. So we hit the full stop, then we've got to hit space bar, and then we've got to actually then put uppercase to then get the first letter of the first sentence, or the first word of the first sentence, to uppercase. Just like 3 or 4 clicks. Way too much time. We can spend our time much better. So, what I recommend, when you get to this stage, all you have to do is do double click. And we'll automatically put full stop in the space and put the next letter ready to go in uppercase. Time saver. Alright, last tip. When a mobile phone is stolen, 98% of people who actually find it, they try and turn it on. 89% of people actually try and read private information on it. So put your mobile on a lock, the timeout lock, whatever it is, but lock it up. Alright, or else your information may get in the wrong hands. And finally, make sure you go and request an assistance when you get a brand new computer. Or otherwise, instead of otherwise your computer may not crash, but you might.